Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. So here we're going to be doing Tomb of the Forbidden. So this one here, you do need at least 2 people to do this one, as it does have a split inside of the quest that unfortunately you can't have a hireling go ahead and do. Other than that, it's a fairly straightforward quest.
The Black Art's influence
So here we go.
extends far beyond the race of man and undead.
So first corner we have a couple of enemies and of course a few breakables. Then just past this troll to the right hand side, and I do mean just past, there is a trap. Now if you go too far into the room, the whole floor is going to give way, and there's a trap underneath which slowly pushes you towards the entrance, and it has a bunch of spikes. So you get that one and it just stops the floor from breaking, which is why you still see the red lines there. It also semi-turns these off. I've noticed that sometimes I won't get hit, other times I do. I'm not exactly sure why. So yeah, there he was hit. Next thing is there can be a blade trap going across, so just give it a search. We did not get it.
This particular trap will detonate when struck with
So we
significant
have
force.
2 different types of traps here. So we have these ones here, which will detonate when struck, so we can break the door open. It will set off the trap. However, it's saying if we pick the lock and just do it quietly, the door will open without the trap exploding on us. So it does give you a little bit of an option, and it's trying to figure out which ones are which. That do get a little bit difficult. You can have some traps on the stairs, just watch out. And you're going to want to head all the way in until you get to this room, where it's telling you to acquire the first gear. That's what will be in the lockbox. Just a small little red gear. And it'll let you through. Now, this gear is important, and you will need to basically use it on both sides. In order to proceed, so this is where that split comes in. We also have an optional journal here, which obviously, as it is literally on the path you need to go, there's no reason not to click it, and it is 1200 XP, so I mean, really no reason not to. Alright, so this is where it splits. So you have one side, which Demonical is heading down. It has a bunch of breakables, nothing special there. The other side here, pretty much the same thing. A bunch of breakables, nothing too special. You do gotta watch out for the little bits of ice, as they do make it slippery. So if you have like freedom of movement potion or anything like that, that'll definitely help. So now for this lever here, or yeah, like the foot greaves, like Demonical was mentioning, where it gives that freedom of movement. So now for this section here, what you need to do is the first person who has the lever, in this case myself, you want to unlock the lever, but you want to move before you pull the lever. This will have the lever unlocked, but obviously not pull it, giving you enough time to open up a trade window with the person on the other side of this and actually trade that gear over and wait for them. So now they can go ahead and unlock it. If you listen carefully, you'll hear it click, and then you just gotta pull the lever at about the same time. If it's too far off from the same time there, what's gonna happen is it's just gonna re-trigger and you just gotta try the pull again. You will have to re-unlock the levers though, as they do re-lock every time that you pull it, making it a little bit difficult. Alright, so now that I completed my side, it will open up one of the 2 gates. And then now that they completed theirs, it opened up our second gate. Let's give ourselves some freedom of movement. And you just want to proceed down the center of the hall towards the end. Or not the center of the hall, the center hall. Down to the end. Which again, more enemies, and another door. Now this door, again it's saying significant force, so we're going to want to pick the lock. This one, as you can see, still went off, even though we did get the success. The good trick to know is the ones that are blue, you actually want to blow open the doors, as well as the ones that are on the side. That's kind of more of the blow open the door ones. If it's at the top, that's the ones you want to pick. So don't always trust the DM narration there. For this room here, kind of opens you up into the shrine room. At the very top you have a skull. All you need to do is shoot the skull once. It'll open up the wall. With the arty, a funny thing happens. Because you fire 3 shots, it turns it on, off, on again. It kind of goes in rapid succession. But ultimately it does leave it in the on position.
An inaccessible container lies.
So now that they're all dead, we have our door open here, so we got our second lever, as well as a random loot chest here, which is unlocked, so sweet. From here we're just going to want to head through the door to continue on. Now again, we have a possible trap that could spawn on the staircase, so just watch yourself. We also have a lovely ogre mage who is currently hiding out, thinking we can't see him. Alright, so once through that door, again it splits into 2 halls. So again you need to split up your party, one heading one side, one going the other side, and ultimately both sides are relatively the same. They have about the same amount of enemies. They have different enemies, so this side here has skeletons, that side's going to have a couple oozes, some mephits, that kind of thing. So again, unlock the lever, and then move so it doesn't lock there. And then just trade the lever over. And there we go. So I do want to point out, as it does happen a lot, sometimes if you're not perfectly aligned with the grates there, it actually won't let you make the trade. It'll just say that you're blocked. All you got to do in those situations is kind of reposition either yourself or the person you're trading with, so that you're kind of more centered, and try again. Eventually it'll let you through. Alright, so here we go. So these halls here, I always give a search, as there's 2 locations. It could either be trapped in the center or up on one of these sides. This time we actually didn't get any of them, but two spots, it's just safer to check, even if you do have the search there.
A handwritten letter next to an adventurer's hat catches your eye.
I don't think I ever noticed that random lever behind the door. So once you just pass the door here, you'll have another one of those optionals. Just pick up a lever, or letter, sorry.
To an adventurer.
Thinking about the random letter. Lever. Wow, I cannot talk. So yeah, just pick up the letter, get yourself a little bit of free XP. From there, you want to head through the door, and sometimes, which does look like we did, you can actually run into a named enemy. Now, if you do, she will actually drop a chest, which is just around the corner here, kind of hiding it there, which I'm not actually seeing at the moment. So we'll just keep going. So from here, you're going to want to head the southwestern path, which along the way will have a secret door. Now the secret door part is optional. I always tend to head down there, as I mean optional experience is optional experience, and it's a short optional to go down. On top of that, there are a few points, like here, where it could have additional traps, helping you reach that full trap bonus, which we are still a ways away from. So once we clear everybody here, just behind the throne we have another secret door. Inside here we do have a chest, we have another document, as well to the left of the chest we have a trap box. So picking up the document won't trigger the trap, will give you XP. Looting the chest, which the chest itself is locked, that will trigger the trap. So before you grab that chest, just make sure you grab the trap. And that's it for this side. So guaranteed one additional trap is that one on that chest is always there. It also gives you an extra chance for a little bit of extra experience with the wanted poster and any other traps that it might happen to spawn down that path is just extra. Alright, so as you saw what we got in here, we had a mind flayer. When the mind flayer dies, he does drop the intricate key. You need this key to progress, so make sure you pick that one up. And that is actually what's going to unlock our third gate there. So now we're going to head up and around. So again, this is where the chest should spawn, if it spawns in the chest. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we got the chest for some reason. But that happens here and there. Alright, so clear the last room. We can break through the door. And it'll take us all the way to the gate here, which is what you need that key for.
The third gate
And there you go. From here, you want to just hop down. We have our couple of chests, the sarcophagus, and actually up top there we have another kind of hidden sarcophagus, and that's where the mummy himself is gonna hop out of. There it breaks. He drops in. There he goes. So as you see, we are at Conquest, though if you're not, you can always wait around the outside edge here. It will have some enemies, but, you know, we didn't really need. There we go. And, so here they are spawning now. And here we are with 2 loot chests at the end. Again, one of them containing our scarabs, which is just a couple more quests, and then I can show you what kind of loot we get out of those ones there. From that point here, we're done. So we got a nice, you know, 22,000. Then with everything else, total of 27,000 for about 15 minutes. So it's fairly quick. Again, nice amount of XP. It's just an overall, again, Necro 3, worth it. Totally get it. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one all.